Check, Bharat.
Yeah, just a minute.
Says the meeting is being live streamed.
Yes, Asha, we are live. Yeah. Asha, we can get started, or should we wait for 1 or 2 minutes?
1 minute we'll wait.
Yeah.
Where? Because Pooja is not visible.
I'm here, Asha. I'm here, Asha.
Just give it 1 minute and we will start.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, start, Pooja.
I will.
We can't hear you.
Hello, everyone, and a very good morning to all of you. Before I begin, can I request all of you to put on your videos? It would be nice to see you and know whom am I interacting with. So I can see Sonali. Hi, Sonali. Hi, Rupali, Hema, Vasudha, Mukta, Sajana, Ananya, Lavanya.
Hi.
Wonderful. Hi. How are you all?
Not Sonali.
Hi, Sonali.
Sonal, not Sonali.
But two people, Sonal and
We have
Sonali.
Sonal and Sonali. Now we have Priyanshi also. Wonderful. Thank you so much for showing me who you are. It's nice to, give an identity to the name that I'm seeing on the screen. And we have Aruna, Rohit. Hi, Rohit.
Hi.
And I see my friend Nidhi. Hi, Nidhi. Okay, wonderful. So we are good to begin now. I'm so glad and thrilled for this opportunity that I have today to interact with all of you. A very happy Republic Day to all of you. And what better day to have our orientation today. Today, me and my friend Bharat will be your host for the session. And our goal is to give you enough information about what life skills is, why is it important today in present scenario, and how you could use life skills to better your life by the end of this session, which in turn will help you make a better decision whether to enroll for this course or not. All right. So we at Asha Siddh Academy, we have a little ritual. Before diving into any important decision, class, talk, or session, rather than lighting lamp or saying a prayer, we dive deeper into our meditation practices. I would request you all to take a minute and adjust yourself so that we can begin our meditation. Asha, can I begin the meditation?
Go ahead, Pooja.
Yes, thank you. Take a moment, adjust yourself, find a comfortable position to sit. Move if you must, shift places if you must. Take 30 seconds. I'm sorry, 1 second. Yeah, and close your eyes. Allow your body to completely relax. Breathe in by taking a deep inhale and exhale fully. As you inhale, inhale love, light, and joy. As you exhale, release any worry, tension, and fear. Soften the lines around your eyebrows, cheek, and your jawline. Allow your shoulder to relax. Move away from your ears. Allow your chest to rise and breathe completely. Your breaths are able to enter and exit completely. Palms facing upwards, allowing for acceptance and abundance in your life. Put your legs on the floor and allow your feet to fall to the sides, feeling grounded, safe, and secure. As you inhale this time, breathe into the body, areas of your body that hold most tension. And as you exhale, release them. Take few more breaths here. Inhale and completely exhale. Another inhale and completely exhale. You are now feeling relaxed, centered, and grounded in this very moment. Continue breathing love, light, and joy. And release worries, tension, and fears as you exhale. Self-reflection is necessary in order for one's spirit, mind, and body to grow. Understanding who you are, who would you like to be, is the introspection of what steps you will take to achieve these goals. We are forever growing and changing, and this is the gift the universe has granted us. The alternative is, in fact, the inability to see when you have acted in a manner that did not serve you. And the question here is to ask, will you invite the opportunity to act any other way this time? Self-reflection gives you the opportunity to act differently, speak differently, and learn differently. In doing so, self-reflection will improve relationships, clarity, values, decision making, sleep, and even help you with your anxiousness. The more in tune you are with your sense of self, you will be more grounded and centered. I invite you to ask yourself these 3 questions. In a situation that needed self-reflection, what would I have done differently? Where are you currently in your life? And where do you want to be at? And ultimately, who do you want to be? Slowly start to come back. Become aware of your feet on the ground, your hand, your shoulders, of your surrounding, what you hear and what you feel. I begin to close the day's meditation with the hope that you will allow for growth and acceptance in your mind, body, and soul. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be loved. And may you be at peace with yourself. The divine in me bows down to the divine in you. Take time awakening your body and enjoy your space. And come back when you're ready, and you may then open your eyes. Thank you. Good morning again. I'm going to give you
Good morning.
1 minute. Yes, I'm going to give you 1 minute for you to write down whatever has come to you during this meditation. I asked you to ask yourself 3 questions, and I'm sure something might have come up. Take a moment to just jot that out. We don't need to discuss it with anyone, or you don't need to tell me about that. It's just for you. Are we done? I see some people smiling. I see some are still writing. And one more time, I will gently request all of you to put on your video. It will be more fun talking to your faces than your name. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you for putting on your videos. All right. So as we all know, today we are gathered here to understand what our CHLST, Certificate in Holistic Living Program, is all about, what life skills is, what importance life skills hold in today's life, and what this course has to offer to you. So actually, I was all prepared to give you statistic data, why WHO recommended life skills, and a lot of content. But something unusual happened last night, and which led me to decide a different way of telling you what life skills is. I'm sure if you go on Google, you search for history of life skills, data on life skills, and there is abundance of knowledge, content available there. So I'm not going to go there, and I'm going to talk about a very interesting episode that happened with me last night, and which led me to thinking, oh my God, I have been using life skills every moment of my life ever since I learned it 3 years back with Dr. Asha Sid. What was it? So it was 3 o'clock in the night. I suddenly started feeling thirsty, and I went into the kitchen for a glass of water. And there it was, staring right at me. My first reaction would have been to shout and call for my husband, because I was looking at a challenge, a problem that I needed to solve. And I felt I was not equipped enough to solve this problem myself. But then I remembered something that Asha always says: take some breaths before you decide on something. So I took one deep breath and I asked myself, do I really need somebody's help to solve this challenge, or can I do it myself? And after taking a couple of breaths there, I realized I can handle this. I can solve this problem. And I went straight for it. You know who was staring at me? Those little things that creep out in your house at night. Any guesses? No, it was a cockroach. A very unusual sight in my house, but there it was. And I'll tell you, if there's one fear I have in my life, it is for cockroaches. But then I decided to do things differently this time. So I started planning. I started using my critical thinking on how am I going to solve this problem. And I made a decision that I will solve this problem. Now, there were certain limitations. First is, how do I catch it? I don't want to touch it. Second is, if I catch it, how do I throw it? My doors and windows are locked. Third thing is, I don't want to wake my husband or shout and wake my daughter up. So what do I do? How do I work around these problems? That was my creative thinking. So I said, I will have plan A, plan B, and plan C. My plan A was take a bucket, put it on it. Easy, no contact with the cockroach at all. And in the morning, I'll ask my husband to get it out. I was thinking of asking for help there. My second plan was to get a broom and just hold it down and slowly drag it out of the door. But then if I'm going to drag it out of the door, who is going to open the door? And while I go open the door, it escapes and it goes into my room. Oh my God, my night sleep is gone and I won't be here today looking all fresh and nice. So I had to solve that problem also. So I stuck to plan A, but life never goes as you plan. The moment I took the bucket, that smart little creature went and sat in a corner. How do I put a bucket in the corner? So then again, I had to gather up some courage. I have to address my fears. I said, what worse could happen, Pooja? It would touch you or it will climb on you. It's not going to kill you. I addressed my fear, emotions management, you know. I even did a little self-realization. I'm like, why am I afraid of cockroach? It's not that it is going to kill me. It's not that cockroach is going to create a pandemic like one we are suffering from. What is there to lose? Why am I so afraid? Then I went back. Then I had another realization. Oh, conditioning. I have seen women in my family shouting every time they see cockroach. That is what I am doing, shouting. But no, today I have decided I will not shout and I'm going to tackle this problem. So somehow I gathered courage. I took one broom and another broom. And while my another limitation was I can't kill it. I don't kill any insects. I'm a Jain, you know, so non-violence at its best. So I couldn't kill the cockroach. I had to get it out of my house alive. That was another limitation I had. Finally, I gathered up some courage. I took two brooms, gently with one broom and another broom, like playing hockey with two sticks. I slowly took the cockroach. And thanks to somebody who had left one window open in the house, I went and threw it out of that window. And I felt so happy, so happy. My decision not to wake my husband went down. And I went inside the room at 2 o'clock. I woke him up and I told him, you know what? I caught a cockroach all by myself today. And that too just in 2 minutes. I was so happy. And the rest of the night, I kept thinking what this episode was about. Why did it make me so happy? It was just catching a small cockroach and throwing it out of window. And I realized I have used all the skills. I had used my thinking skills. I had used my problem solving and decision making skills. I have used, except for my social skills, the interaction part, I didn't have to talk to the cockroach. Except my social skills, I had used all my skills yesterday to solve a problem that I had in my life. And where did I learn all these skills? I learned it in life skills. What is life skills? Life skills are the skills that help you adapt positive behavior so that you have successful, happy, and satisfying life. My example may look very small to you right now. It was just about catching a cockroach, but I can't tell you what satisfaction it gave me when I was able to overcome my fear of catching a cockroach and throwing it out. I felt accomplished. I felt like, oh my God, I have achieved something today. And you know, the fact about, have anybody of you ever felt when you have done something which you're most afraid of, the feeling of satisfaction that it gets? That is what I felt yesterday. And who taught me this? What taught me how to come to this feeling of satisfaction? My knowledge of life skills and my practical application of whatever I learned in life skills. What I'm trying to say here is life skills is not for bigger decisions in your life or for becoming successful in your life or for achieving unusual milestones in your life. But life skills is also for very small everyday things in your life. Whether we all go through this question. I wish I could express myself better. I wish my child would listen to me. I wish I was more assertive. I wish I could for once tell my friend what she's doing to me I don't like. I don't want to lose this relationship, but I also want her to understand this is not what I like. I wish I was able to effectively communicate what's going on in my head. I wish I was not so afraid of everything so every time. I wish I could get up on the stage and speak the way I want. I could put forward my ideas in the board meetings. Or I could start that project I have had on my mind for so long. There are so many times when we face problem and we have three choices. One is to run away from it. Second is to ignore it, totally deny it, deny the problem exists. And the third is look at a problem with a place of from a point of curiosity. Oh, problem. Hi there. What do I do with you? How am I going to learn from you? Or what new skills am I going to adapt as I go to solve you? The third option that you take is nothing but use of all your life skills. What happens when you ignore a problem? Or when you get stuck with a problem, where you freeze when you see a problem? You're going to stay stagnant. You're not going to grow in your life. You're going to be crippled by the fear, stress, the problem, and the challenge brings into your life. The inability to take decision, the inability that eats at you when you know that there is a problem and you're not able to address it. What happens when you take path B? When you say the problem doesn't exist, I am going to deny it. You're only drowning yourself more, inviting more problems into your life. And then that is what we call lack of clarity, confusion. And these are the common statements that you will use. I have done everything, but I don't know what's happening in my life. I don't think it's in my power to do anything to improve my life anymore. It's not me, it's everybody else. We start to blame, criticize. We give away our power to somebody else. And this is not just in your careers or in your home or in your personal life. It is everywhere. These are globally, these problems stay globally everywhere with any person, any call for communication, any call for doing something new, you will be faced with challenges and problems, and you have to solve them. So what is the best solution to take on a challenge or solve a problem is the C part, where you look at a problem with curiosity from a distance and say, okay, fine, there's a problem, there's a challenge. Let me see what it is here for. And when you're taking the path C, this is where you will need all the life skills. Because sometimes a challenge is a difficult communication. Sometimes a challenge is a decision that you have to make. Sometimes a challenge which calls in for a creative thinking. Sometimes a challenge calls in for a critical evaluation. Sometimes a challenge calls in for you to go deeper within yourself and manage your own emotions for you to solve the problem. And all these things are nothing but the life skills. Now, here at Dr. Asha's Academy, in our holistic life skills course, we are not just doing life skills, the 10 life skills that WHO recommended for a person to have a healthy, satisfying life, but we also cover soft skills. We also cover advanced life skills. Now, what are soft skills and advanced life skills? Going back to the cockroach, the time management that I did, I had only 2 minutes. I didn't wanted to wake anybody. I didn't wanted the cockroach to run. I had to catch it within those 2 minutes because I know once it runs from that place, it is going to go hide somewhere and give me a sleepless night. Time management. Another thing that I did was I was considerate. I was considerate not to wake anybody in my house. That was sort of empathy. I felt empathetic towards other people in my house. I didn't wanted to wake them up. I didn't wanted them to have a bad day tomorrow. Third was how I managed my emotions around my fear. So life skills, soft skills, and advanced life skills. Now, what are advanced life skills? These are the skills which make you more productive. How not to procrastinate. I could have procrastinated. I could have ignored the problem, let the cockroach roam around freely in the house and taken it out tomorrow morning. But what would I have lost? I would have lost good 7 hours of sleep if I had ignored that problem. Another advanced life skills are mindfulness, being aware. If I had walked into the kitchen, eyes closed, just drank the water and came back and slept, I wouldn't have seen that problem roaming around in my house. I was aware. I observed my surrounding. I saw that if everything is all right or no. And when you observe, you see the many challenges and problems that you have in your life. And if you solve them, your life gets easier, better. And what happens when you solve these problems in your life? With effective decision making, you grow. And like I said in the meditation also, we are continuously changing and continuously growing. And yet we want everything to be same every day. We want certainty and we don't want things to change and we want everything to go easy and nice. The problem with us are we are human and we are not simple being. We are complex being and we want simple solutions for our complex problems. And that is where the suffering comes in. But life skills is a tool which will help you simplify the complex process and reach your goal. I wouldn't say more. I would hand it over to Bharat here because Asha will put light on all of these things moving ahead. I just wanted you to take a moment and think about all of these things before Asha pours in all that you need to know. Thank you. Bharat, you can take over from here.
Thank you, Pooja. Thank you for giving that insight into this journey, like how it will be, what is the importance of life skills in everybody's life, how useful it is. And it's good to learn and it is never late to learn. And this will be used throughout your life.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Pooja.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bharat. And I'm an IT professional and have been associated with Dr. Asha's Academy from past 3-4 years. And I was one of the first students from the first batch to complete this course. And this has helped me a lot in my journey. I used to, I never knew about self-awareness till I joined this course. The importance of self-awareness. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be the way you are. Accept yourself and be yourself. That's very important thing, which we generally like. We just tend to compare ourselves with others a lot, and we put down ourselves. Now it's going to be an inward journey. So through this course, I mean, I'm speaking in front of everyone today. It's because of this journey and Dr. Asha. So it gives me immense, privilege and honor to talk about this academy and about Dr. Asha. So let me talk about the academy first, how it started, and then I'll talk about Dr. Asha Sid. This academy, Dr. Asha Sid Academy, was founded in the year 2017 as a dream project of Asha. Her vision was to create an emotionally rich community where people, big, small, rich, poor, everybody, just everybody, is equipped with skills and competencies to live a balanced and holistic life. This meant leaving behind a legacy of kindness and compassion. It has been her dream to take this education so often neglected by the community. This was something that could be achieved only when like-minded people came together and silently strove to touch hearts and lives. This meant training people so that they could in turn enrich and empower others to live fulfilled lives. These were the seeds that sparked the conceptualization of this course, which has been evolving ever since. This is one place, I mean the academy, where learning happens 360 degrees. Learning happens not only merely by just transfer of knowledge, but by sharing, learning from each other, and a lot of activities. So everybody gets a fair chance in becoming part of this larger group. And supporting each other's in their endeavors and celebrating each other's success and standing as a pillar of support for each other in tough times. While the learning is taking place, we find our own identities, learn to walk the talk, and find our deeper identity, meaning, and purpose of life. It's not the end in itself, but it's just the start of your journey in understanding ourselves. With this, now I would like to introduce Dr. Asha Sid. And it's always an honor to introduce you, Dr. Asha, the founder of Dr. Asha Sid Academy. Asha is a counselor and trainer par excellence for nearly 2 decades and has carved a niche for herself in the field of mental health. More than a few thousand people have benefited from her counseling and coaching. Asha is qualified with master's degree in applied psychology and a PhD from Kolkata and holds a diploma in counseling skills and an advanced diploma in family counseling. She's trained in various forms of psychotherapy like CBT, art therapy, dance therapy, sound healing, etc., and is a practitioner in systemic theory and practice in family constellation, certified from Ochre, Ireland, and Spanda, Bangalore. She also holds a diploma in transactional analysis and is currently studying to be a somatic experiencing practitioner to work with trauma from SETI. She's also a certified positive psychology coach, meditation master, and mindfulness coach. She's a certified and qualified psychometric professional and regularly does psychometric assessments as per the requirements of individuals and institutions. A career coach certification from GCC and UCLA Extension. She is on the panel of career counselors for the Times of India and has written columns on career counseling in Education Times and other publications. And she's also been interviewed on TV, radio for career guidance and other aspects too. Asha was formerly Director Academics of Banjara Academy, Bangalore, till October 2016. She continues to be their leading faculty for the various courses in counseling, life skills, and other courses offered by Banjara Academy. She is an active counselor for professional, family, child-related, and all emotional issues and practices from her own office in Malleshwaram, Bangalore. Her organization is named Dr. Asha Sid Academy for Guidance and Counseling and offers various services. She has a team of dedicated counselors working under her. Asha has been regularly conducting training programs and workshops for Banjara Academy and other institutions on invitation and in her own capacity in English, Kannada, and Telugu on various diverse topics. She also conducts training programs on various topics for corporates and educational institutions, ranging from stress management, problem solving, mindfulness at work, conflict handling, study skills, exam fear, career guidance, etc. She has customized and designed counseling skills and life skill programs for various educational organizations and NGOs. Above all, she is a human and a compassionate person and reaches out genuinely to touch hearts wherever she goes in her professional and personal capacity. Added to all her tremendous qualifications, she is also an avid reader, passionate cook, eternal learner, and the list is endless. She believes and follows walk the talk. My advice to all of you present here is to give your 100% to the course, and Asha will reciprocate it with 200%. Now I request Dr. Asha to talk to us.
Thank you, Bharat. I don't know if there is any echo that you hear. Is my voice clear?
It's clear, Asha.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Bharat, and thank you, Pooja, for saying such nice things about me. It's always a pleasure. Though I have heard it so many times, it seems fresh and new every time I listen to somebody here reading out my biodata, all the things that I have learned and things like that. And I keep wondering, oh, have I studied so much? Have I learned so much? Is a question that comes up. And then immediately my monkey mind says, what more can you learn? What else can you learn? You learned all of this, so what more is there to learn? Because I'm like Bharat was saying, I'm an avid learner, not just learning concepts, learning therapies, theories. That's not what I believe in. I believe in learning every minute, every minute of life, because you're constantly learning from somebody or the other. You're constantly interacting with somebody, non-verbally many a time, but you're still learning something. My maid at home can teach me things. There are so many lessons that I have learned about life from my puppy grandson. I have a puppy who is not a puppy anymore. He's a 14-year-old. He's a super senior. He's older to me, but he's my grandson. He's my daughter's puppy. There's so much that he can teach me. All that you need to do in life. Pooja was talking of social skills and interpersonal relationships. You go out there into the kitchen and then just put your snout into the dustbin and then see whether you can scrounge for some food. And you realize your grandmama is coming on the way, she's heard the noise. And suddenly you make those nice, cute, round eyes, bigger than they really are, as big as saucers. And then you look at me with one doleful look filled with love, and my heart melts. Say, that's okay. So now he knows how to wind me around his little finger. What's the lesson that I learned? I learned from him saying, you don't have to always get into conflict. You don't always have to be scared about something that you do. You need to present yourself. You need to know how to go and present yourself, even when you have done the most naughty thing around in this world. That's what he teaches me. My daughter teaches me. The plants in my garden teach me. All of you sitting here who've taken this time off in the morning on a public holiday, where this is one day that we all have a pleasure, right? There is no festival. We all get holidays on festivals. So there is a whole rush, especially the women folk. There's a whole rush because you have to prepare, you have to cook, you have to take care of the Bhagavan ka Murti and do some puja and then feed everybody, and also wait with a bated breath to say, oh, your cooking was so good, to hear that statement at the end of it when people feed. Festivals, that is when we get holidays. Or you get holidays during summer holidays and your children are at home. You have double the work to do at home. National holidays, sad, but national holidays, 3 national holidays that we get in India, are holidays where there is nothing to do. And yet, on this one day, you've all chosen to attend this program. You registered and then you attended. And that's wonderful because you did take time. And I say congrats to all of you who came in, because there's something that you did very much for yourself today. That is, you paid yourself enough importance. You paid yourself enough attention to say, I'm going to spend the next 2 hours to find out what they're going to say. I'm going to find out what life skills mean. That means at some point you gave yourself the importance that you deserve to give. This is something that nobody teaches us, because I believe in a word called good selfish, because we've all been culturally, racially, we've been taught to think of others. Think of others first and then of yourself. If you start to think of yourself and say, I want time for myself, it was considered sacrilege. It was considered being selfish. How can you think of yourself? You have to think of others. Well, no, you have to think of yourself too. Because if you are not going to think of yourself, you will not have enough space in the computer up here to think of others. If you don't take care of yourself, if you don't do enough for yourself, you won't have enough bandwidth to take care of others. This is the first lesson that you learned. You got it free. Go back, pat yourself today and say, I did something for myself. It's not about joining the course. Well, I won't say that is not my intent. Yes, I want more and more people to join the course, but what I'm telling you is not with the intent of making you join the course. That will happen eventually. This is my dream and it will happen eventually. And right now, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm proud to tell all of you that I'm 61 years old and I hope to be around to bug the likes of you for the next 20 years, 81, and I'm not going to retire. And I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep making all these youngsters run around to my work for me. And I'm also going to be active because I believe life is long. We all have a long inning to play. Having said that, this is life skills. I'm telling you, these are things which, and there are no Greek and Latin, and there are no theories, there is no psychology, there is no psychiatry, there's nothing like that. This is something that all of us know. But in the race, if you're all fond of Jagjit Singh, I'm very fond of him. If you've heard his ghazals, there's once one, I won't sing it. If I sing, I'm bad at that, so I won't sing it. I'll just explain the content. So in one of his ghazals, he says, you learn ABC and we think we know everything. But what we don't know is that there is so much other than the ABCs that you learn in life. He says, we consider ourselves educated because we have got, Bharat read a whole string of degrees. But that's just not education, that is literacy. Education comes from when you learn to live your life well. If you heard what they said, to live a balanced life is what I said. I could have very easily used, I'm a happiness coach. I could have very easily told you, we need to be successful, we need to be happy. But then when I say we need to be happy, I'm taking away the essence of life, because unless you can see sadness, you cannot experience happiness. Both have to be there. And life is beautiful only when you learn to hold both these poles together, linear, in a way in which we say, both of you have a place in my life. Whatever you learn in this course or you learn with interacting from me is not going to be Greek and Latin. It's going to be simple, everyday stuff. You can think and say, oh, we got just basic information. Yeah, it looks basic. But if you start applying that very basic information in your life, life will turn around. I'm not talking of change. I'm not talking of transformation. Many organizations say life will be transformed. I don't know. I don't know about transformation. But what I know is that you set yourself on a journey of changing, letting go certain things, adding certain things, or retaining certain things. Having said that, I'm saying retaining. I'll give you my own example. I'm a highly irritable person. If you look at me, my value in life is of kindness and compassion, but I can be mighty irritable. I know it. I'm aware of it. But do I want to let it go? Yes, I do. But it's not going to go away so easily. Because these are things, certain things in life you learn from your parents, it's handed over generation after generation. And it takes a long way. Why I'm saying it's okay. That's one of my flaws. I'm happy with it. I become aware. The minute I get irritated, I become aware and I know, okay, I'm going on this step now. And then breathing, deep breathing, centering, grounding will make me say, okay, I don't want to be irritated anymore. It is there. It's a part of me. I'm saying this because we are all not going to become perfect people, because perfection does not exist in isolation. Perfection is an overrated virtue. It's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to have your flaws, and it's okay to say I have these flaws. I'm not okay, and it's still okay. I have these flaws and they're still okay. This is where I want each one of us to be. These are a few of my dreams, and how this entire journey started was, I have been a mental health professional from 22 plus years now. It's a long journey. Believe me, when I got into this field, I did not know that this was my calling. You can wake me up at 12 in the night. Actually, just to tell all of you, I'm down with COVID and I'm recovering. And speaking today is the challenge that I have, to speak to you all for so long without coughing. I'm aware of it. I'm holding it in my awareness. And I'm saying, it's okay, I'll manage. I always have my support systems. If I really feel that I can't, I'll ask them to take over for a short while. But so far, touch wood, so good. And this journey started 25 years ago, nearly 25 years ago. When I started this journey, I really didn't know that something called mental health existed. I come from a typical conservative South Indian Brahminical family, and there's so much we didn't know. I didn't know, rather. I wouldn't say we, I would say I didn't know so much. But then life has its own way of leading you onto certain things. And then it led me down this path by accident. And that's when, like today, you're all sitting, I sat that day and wondered, what am I doing with my life? What is it that I want to be doing? Until then, I had made a lot of choices. So-called informed choices, mind you. I didn't mindlessly go into things. Informed choices. And I thought I was doing very well. They haven't read out things like I have done a software coding course. I've done a system analyst course. I've done a chartered financial analyst course. The list is endless. My journey in life has been like that. So I said, what is it that I'm doing? And then I realized this is where I want to be. And when I started that journey, I started working with different groups of people. Thanks to my ability to speak multiple languages, I used to work with a lot of the downtrodden and people in remote villages. And that's when I started realizing that there is so much out there that we can do. I'm not a wealthy person. I don't have that much of money to be philanthropic and give away money. I do whatever little I can in every day. Even to this day, every year, 2 children get funded for their education. Year after year, 2 children get educated. Small things I can do. I can't do big things. But then I said, we don't need money itself to do everything. How can I improve somebody's life? By saying that, did I mean that I am better than somebody else. No. What I know, I will share. What I don't know, I will take from others. I'm taking and I'm giving. I just become the medium to pass on information. Some 22 years ago, I had gone to a remote village, not to mention names, and I was working with a group of people. In fact, that particular community is banned in India. Legally, that community cannot exist. But if we all promise confidentiality and never to repeat the word outside of this forum, they are a group of Devadasi girls. Devadasi girls are those people who are into sex trade. It's a culturally, traditional community where everybody goes into that. Long, long ago, I was working with a group of such girls, children of those Devadasi women, and I was teaching them things, life skills. But then at that point of time, life skills were only 10 as prescribed by WHO. I was talking to them. There were so many of those girls who lapped up information and said, ma'am, they didn't call me ma'am, they called me auntie. They said, we want to live our lives like you. We want to live normal lives. We want to study. We want to achieve. We want to work. We want to do respectable things. That tore my heart. Actually, it ripped my heart apart. Saying the basic things that they needed, they didn't have. So how can I give it to them? Like this, I have worked not just with these group, I've worked with the remote of the remotest villages. Even this year, in the beginning of this year, I have gone out to teach children about what careers they can take. I went to a village and went to a school which did not even have a road to approach. There was no approach road to that school. All the children walked through the fields to come to that school. That's a government school that is there. And if I can just impart this knowledge, that's how this whole concept came. And then it was not just enough. 1 person, 2 persons, 10 persons like me cannot create a vibrant world outside. So I said, we need more people. We need more people to have basic knowledge of these skills and who have the ability or the empathy or the willingness to rough it out and to go and teach it to others. In fact, my PhD thesis was also a part of this. This was the research that I did. And that's how this journey started. This journey started, and then we said, what can we do? What can we do? And then that's how life skills got conceptualized in my mind. And as life will have it, it's not just enough about 10 life skills. You go today to any in the university, you go to any employer, they'll say people who got basic graduation are not employable. What does that mean? That means there's something missing, right? You can learn things from a textbook, but there's something more about life that you need to learn. And who's going to teach that? That's what Pooja was referring to as soft skills. What are those soft skills? They're all in some way or the other connected to communication. How do you manage conflict? How do you handle criticism? How do you persuade somebody to fall in line with what you want? The biggest takeaway is when you can persuade your spouse to listen to what you want. That is a skill that you require. You don't have to fight with your spouse. You're very smart. You can persuade them. You can negotiate with your children. You can negotiate with your bai at home to do more work. You can persuade your spouse to actually believe that they have come up with this wonderful idea. It's a beautiful skill. And you can get what you want. This is not manipulation. This is healthy manipulation. When you manipulate, yes, manipulation is also a big skill. But used it in the wrong way, it's a bad skill. But use it rightly, you can get a lot more. You learn emotional intelligence. The world today is moving towards lesser literacy and more emotional intelligence. And what? Because the world is moving into a place where what you and I can do, the machine can do better. I'm having COVID, comorbid. Every morning, BBMP Bangalore, they have an automated system where that lady, a nice sounding woman voice, but I'm sure it's not a woman. It's a machine which is asking me questions. Oh, what is your temperature? Is your temperature below 100? Did you cough? Did you have loose motions more than 4 times? Automated. And I'm answering. You have to press buttons and it is taking. So what I can call all of you and say, how are you feeling? The machine is doing it. So I'm not needed. You're not needed. So somebody else is needed. For what am I needed? I'm needed to connect with people, to build relationships. And that is the essence of what you're going to learn. And coming to that, life skills itself has evolved over ages. A lot of times it has evolved. It started with 10 life skills because when it was started, when you join the course, you will learn the history of life skills. In the first class, you will learn a little about it. It was started because they felt that adolescents required a certain amount of skills to live a healthy and a happy life. Originally it started with, with addictions and alcohol use, drug abuse. To avoid that, it was started. And then they prescribed 10 life skills. And over a period of time, multiple things have gotten added to it. Right now, when you look at the 21st century, today, the 21st century life skills are the 10 life skills prescribed by WHO along with other things. You can divide them into 3. One is called the learning, where there are the 4 C's. That is called the critical thinking, the creative thinking. The most important part of this 4 C's is collaboration. Collaboration is such a wonderful skill that all of us have to learn. Why? Because when I was young, I belonged to a family where we are one of 3 siblings. So if I had a chocolate and I loved it, and my brother also got one, I knew how to get myself an extra dose of chocolate because my parents wouldn't get me an extra chocolate. They would only get us, those days, even buying a 5 rupee Cadbury chocolate was considered a privilege. And my father would travel very often to Delhi on work. And when he came back, that was the treat he had for all of us. And me being who I am, my brother would hold on to the chocolate. I would gobble up my chocolate fast, but I wanted an extra bit of the chocolate, and my father was not going to give me the second one, never. Not that he could afford it, he wouldn't give me. So what do? I very slowly, when I've come to 3/4, 75% of the chocolate is devoured by me, 25% is left. I'll just go to my brother and say, let me see your chocolate, and then eat a little bit from his chocolate. And then, see, I have this much, you have more than me. Very innocent. Then he would ball his head off, or he would come and hit me because he was the boy. No? In India, male children have the upper hand, so they can get away with murder and nothing happens. And because I'm supposed to be the older child, the wiser child, I'm supposed to be self-sacrificing, the martyr, give up the chocolate, not eat the chocolate. But I was a little girl after all. I wanted the extra chocolate, and I would cheat him. And I would brainwash him into believing that he actually ate the chocolate. And this is what I learned. There would be days when we will go to blows. But then I learned, if I had a fight with him, I definitely needed his support after half an hour to get into some mischief. At that time, I had to go back to him and ask him. So then I knew how to manage conflict. I knew how to share because we were in a joint family. We learned it. We learned it by default. But today the world is not smaller. Every family is shrinking in size. So when every family shrinks, there is less collaboration. Collaboration now becomes a skill that has to be learned outside. Previously, if you come back to my family, we're a huge family, women folk. There will be one team cutting vegetables, one team which is cooking, another team doing something else. Very collaborative effort. All children were taken care of. It was not my child versus your child. Everybody's child was everybody's child. And which child grew, nobody knew. But the children grew up. It was all collaboration. Today, can we boast of anything like that? No, we can't. One mother, one father, thankfully, One mother, one father, and one child. Where is the collaboration there? So now that also got added. In the 21st century life skill, collaboration is a very big part of it. Next comes the literacy. How many times do we shout? There's a little child, a prospective CHLST student in the future, Nidhi's child. Give them your iPhones, give them your Samsungs, give them your Redmi. In 10 minutes, they will teach you what app has to be downloaded, how you can feed, everything they will teach you. Me, yesterday, Facebook Live, to even go Facebook Live, I had to do a practice session with Bharat. And when we did that for 1 minute, I'm not all ready and dressed formally and all. I'm in my ghar ka kapda and I'm trying Facebook Live. And Pooja goes into panic and saying, what you're talking can be seen. Both of you are only 1 minute. But for me, it takes that much of an effort because media technology is something new to me. I don't know. I have to struggle with all of these things. Give it to an 8-year-old, 9-year-old. I have a client whose child is just 10 months old. You give that baby a phone, she knows how to unlock the phone. She's seen something, there's no passcode in that her mother's phone. She knows that if she swipes from left to right, it opens. She's able to do it. She doesn't talk. She has no processing knowledge as of now, but she's able to operate a mobile phone. We all blame our children saying, you're hooked onto phones, you're hooked onto media, you're hooked onto that, this, blah, 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 etc. But then the future of the world is in technology. For us, it is a distraction. For youngsters today, who would have imagined, any of us would have imagined that our children will sit with a tablet and learn ABCDs? Our children will sit with a computer, laptop, and then go to school? Not really go to school, but sit with a screen and learn their lessons? We never thought of any of those things. So now we have to think twice and say, do we say don't go on the laptop? There's a borderline, which we have to say, beyond this becomes addiction, lesser than this is functional and we need it. So literacy in terms of gathering information, media, technology, this is called the IMT skills. Information today. Previously, I'll just tell you an anecdote. There was this child who was averse to study, didn't want to study. Used to come back home from school, throw the bag, go to play. One day, this child sat down and started writing her homework. The father came home and looked at the child up and down and said, wow, what's happened? You're writing your homework as soon as you came back from school. He actually, like my father, touched the forehead and said, are you okay? Do you have fever? That was my father's favorite thing. To express concern, he'd come and say, are you okay? You touch your forehead. And that's what that man did. Are you okay? Do you have fever? You're writing your homework now? This little kid, 7, 8-year-old. Dad, you don't know anything. Don't disturb me. Whatever. Don't disturb you. What should I do? Man has given us homework. What homework? Write the names of 4 domestic animals. This man said, oh, you know our neighbor's boy? He's having a squirrel as a pet. That's also domestication. You can write the name of that squirrel. This girl looked at her father with strict eyes. You don't know anything. My teacher has told me that cow, dog, cat, and goat are 4 domestic animals, and I have to write them. Don't disturb me because I will forget the names. I want to sit and write. Okay. This was the information that we all had. Whatever our teachers told us was gospel truth. That was the source of information that we had. But today you don't need any teacher. You just type domestic animals on Google Auntie. She will give you at least 3 lakh pages, which will tell you about domestic animals, not just the names. There is that much of information available. But how do you use this information? This is what the children are going to be taught. The next one is technology, computing skills. Technology is also about how do you use your computers? How do you use telephones? Did you think any time that you could talk to America? When we were young, we had to book a trunk call. I don't know how many of you, I think Aruna will know. We had to book a trunk call. We had to wait, and we had to wait for hours to see. And we didn't even have telephones in every homes. We used to have one rich person in the locality who had a phone. We would have PP numbers. We would run to their house to receive phone calls. And because you've gone and received a phone call, mom had to cook something and that pakwan had to go to their house. So there are a lot of give and take. Today, we don't need anything. You just have one goddamn gadget like this. You can talk to Mars also. That is the wonder of technology. Next comes the life skills. Right now, 10 life skills. There is something called leadership. Because today the world wants more leaders, not autocrats, not democrats, not Hitlers, but they want true leaders, leaders of knowledge, leaders of people, different kinds of leadership. That's another skill that we have to learn, which is already there. Flexibility. You've seen the current day world and we say our children are so adamant, they can't take disappointment, they don't know how to adapt. Don't blame the children. It's the world that we live in. So flexibility is another mantra that we have to learn. Then initiative. Thanks to extra money, extra purchasing power, extra things that we have in this world today, less and less initiative. So we have to learn how to take initiative, how to improve social skills. This is, for me, by far, the most important skill that every human being needs to learn. And to incorporate all of this into a course which will teach you all these skills is my endeavor. My entire endeavor in offering this course to you people. That is why what started off as let's make it a 6-month course. In my head, these are the dialogues I used to have. Let's have 10 life skills. Okay, another 5. How much can we add? It started like that, 3 months, then let's make it 6 months. The first batch, Bharat, Chokes is here. These are all my old students. They're all people who came in when I started the course. Pooja came in the second round. So they came in. There's a lot of experimentation I did with these guys. I started off as 3 months, 4 months, and then I stretched it. Then we finally landed up with a course which is 10 months, incorporating so many of these life skills. And what does this course offer? This is about life skills that I taught you and my journey into it. I am very, very passionate about it. And how did this course get structured? The course is actually structured in 3 tiers, as in 1 is about 4, actually, not 3, I'm sorry. There are 4 levels or 4 structures, 4 tiers or 4 tiers that I've structured it around. 1 is to learn the essential basic life skills. 2 is to learn the soft skills that are required to live a balanced life. 3 is the personal growth aspects which are most often neglected. 4 is your public speaking skills. A whole combination of all these 4 skills forms the capsule of this CHLST. 10 life skills, soft skills, self-care, mindfulness. Meditation is a part of this course. You start every class with meditation. You learn to check in, you interact. Where is Rohit? Rohit Bhatt is here. I still remember there was a class where we started off and we didn't actually cover the topic in terms of information and theory. The whole topic flew with the discussions. It just flowed along with the interactions, the sharing that was happening by the students. And that whole topic got covered. If you looked at it and say, there's a checklist, we didn't learn anything about problem solving or decision making, or she didn't tell me what is the definition of a problem, she didn't tell me the steps to take a decision, I may not have taught you that way. Somebody said something, we dived deeper into it, we learned, and you will learn. Go back and sit and think of what we learned. You will understand all the steps. They will all emerge in front of you beautifully like a story. So that's how this was conceptualized. It's more about interaction. It's more about sharing. It's more about personalizing everything that you learn, because these things are not something that is an exam-based thing where you will have 100 on 100, you can score 10 on 10. This is adult learning. This is learning that you make. You hear, you learn, you think, you read. Come back to me, debate with me. I'll get angry with you sometimes. I'll be loving towards you sometimes, but in that process, you learn. You learn all of it. It's not just about passing information. It's not about a theory class. It's not about note taking. It's about sitting in the class and learning from each other, different age groups. That's how you learn. Yes, this is how the course was conceptualized. Now, any course, and one good news I have to tell you on the launch, on the day I'm launching the next batch with this orientation, this year in the next 1 month, I'm going to get my accreditation. I've been battling, I've been struggling, I've been applying. Yesterday they called me and said, finally submit some documents and then we will put it up on the board. I will be getting accreditation soon for my academy, and you will be getting an accredited certificate if they give me the accreditation after 20. They've said 1 month. If they do it, the new batch will get the accreditation. And what does this course entail? It entails coming to class regularly. It entails sitting and writing some reflection notes. It entails writing very minimum assignments. No theses. Don't worry. Many of you have this fear. Oh, I've not been a student for so long. How can I write an assignment? You can give it to your child and they'll write it for you. It'll be that simple. I don't want you to give it to your child. I want you to do it. But it'll be that simple. Just sit and write an assignment. And then you will do some group work. You'll do some dyadic work online. Like all of you are exploring learning, I'm also learning, I'm also growing. The course itself has evolved in the last 3 years. Every batch that comes teaches me a new lesson, teaches me something different, and I evolve. I take learning. I am open to suggestions, I take learning, I understand, change, all of that we do. And this is how the course is structured. There's no tension if many of you here decide to jump in, which I would want all of you to jump in. So far, there have been 4 people, and I think 3 of them are available here. They've already enrolled for the course. I want the others also to enroll. And if you enroll, good, we'll have a fun journey. Sadly, it's COVID time, we're doing it online. If you can ask the first batch, they enjoyed coming here offline to the office. And they enjoyed puja, including first 2 batches. They enjoyed their muruku, their coffee, and their mixtures, and they had more fun time. I had to literally shunt them out of the office and say, please go home. That's how it used to be. They wouldn't want to go. They want to be with me all the time. Probably that is this thing of being infectious and people being around me. Well, maybe that is, I don't know. You'll have to experience it and then you'll have to tell me. With that, I think I've come to telling you what the course is about, what life skills is about, why we need these life skills, because my dream is to leave behind a legacy where there is kindness, compassion, emotional well-being for everybody in this world. It should not come with a difficulty. And to make my dream come true, I alone cannot work. I am no Genghis Khan. I need people with me. And this is my way of creating a team, creating a caravan, creating a group, which will, in its own, each of you in your own way will go out, spread the message in your own styles, unique styles. Maybe I will learn a couple of things from each one of you sitting here to take this out into the world and make life a better place. Remember Michael Jackson, who said, "The world a better place." He sang. So if we can touch one soul, touch one life, make a life balanced for them, I think we have done our bit. And we have caused enough ripples in the world that my legacy will carry on through all of you and through your children and through their children. And it goes on and on and on. I'm not going to be necessary anymore. With that, this is the difficulty of giving a person like me the mic. I can keep talking. I love talking. My LKG report had, she loves to chat. She loves to talk. She's a talkative girl. My father at that time didn't realize that this is my profession. If he had done it, probably it would have been better. I love to chat and talk. So I'm holding myself, reading myself in, and handing over the mic to Bharat, Pooja, Sahana, who've been the major key players of today. I don't know the routine now. Over to you guys. I'll come back again if you have questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Asha. Thank you for enlightening us with all the things related to life skills and about the course. I think now everyone would have got more idea about what's going to happen, what is in store for you all. I hope so. Now, it's just not listening from all of us how this journey has been and how it is going to be. Now we would like to, we have our juniors who have just graduated recently, and they would be sharing their feedbacks, like how it has been for them. And we have some people who have already, who have completed the course and have grown in this journey. So we would like those people to, share their experiences to all of you. And I'll call out. First, I would like to call out Jyoti. Jyoti, are you here?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Jyoti has also, graduated from our batch, the first batch. So she's here, and today she's going to share her experiences with us and what she's doing now. Jyoti, over to you.
Yes. Sorry, I'm not able to switch on my video because some network issues. So is it okay?
No problem, Jyoti. Go ahead.
Okay. So hi all, good morning to everyone. So yeah, I'm also a first batch student with Bharat and Chokes. We had a lot of fun time and we learned so many things. So I'm Jyoti. I completed my MA in counseling psychology. Currently, I'm working as a senior counselor in one of NGO in Bangalore. So this life skills, it helps me a lot. Why? Because I'm telling you, I'm a very submissive person. And sometimes if you put me in a crowded places, I totally not talk or it's so much that fear and because of that, I couldn't share my opinion also sometimes. So, but when I started this journey as a life skill trainer, but I never thought it will change my perspective also and change myself also. Even I didn't aware of a self-awareness, what Bharat told earlier. We all know that one, we should not talk ourselves, but when this self-awareness, when I started learning, I get to know that what is my strong, where I am strongest or where I am weakness, my weakness, what is my weakness or what is my strongest things. So it helped me to generalize my thing. Okay, I can also do better and I can also do something else in my life. It makes me in a very long way. So today I'm here and talking in front of you all. So, and this is not end actually. I'm working with the children. Basically, I'm working with the children, and that to be in out of a Bangalore. It's a 92 kilometer. So that time also when I got this job opportunity, I said, get back and I started thinking about how can I do this one. It's out of Bangalore also. I need to travel. I have a fear of a bus traveling, and I have a fear of exams. These all things I came out from because of this life skill only. Whatever I learned here, day-to-day life, I started applying. Very slowly I started applying, and today I'm doing better. I feel like that I'm doing better in my professional life also in my personal life also. I learned self-awareness too, problem solving, decision making, all those kind of things. No, it will help. We don't know how it will help us to day-to-day life, small steps, and how we are going to grow with this one. I can say that mindfulness, only one thing that I learned here, mindfulness in life skill. So always we are tend to think about the future or past. We forgot the present moment. We forgot to what we are doing, but only thinking about, oh, I want to be like this, or oh, I suffered like this. That between that present moment, we forgot to do that one. Because of that, we are suffering so many things. It may be our health issues, it may be our decision making in for our future, or whatever it may be. When you learn that one, being a present moment, it will give that happiness, and somewhere else you satisfied that, oh, whatever I am doing, I'm doing in a right way. So it's not making us to think about that one. So like this, each life skill I learned here, it's very nice. Today I'm doing better and better. I completed my MA counseling psychology. I can call myself as a counseling psychologist now proudly, because I have a lot of fear, exam fear. So whenever I go exam, I will get a shoot up with a fever. I don't know how to do that one, but in life skill, we learned a time management, problem solving, and motivation, self-motivation, and empathy, empathize ourselves. So these all skills help to me to complete my degree with a first class. So I'm happy that one. So in further also, I want to do PhD. So it's going on, it's in a process, what I can do in the future. So that also. So these life skills help me a lot. And everyday journal writing. Yes, I must say journal writing, because we learned here journal writing also every day. Sit back night and introspect yourself, what you did in a whole day and how it will be helpful, or you can plan it in next day mornings. That I learned here. Time management also I learned here. And one more thing, in our batch, we every class we circulate letters to each other. This helped me to understand others also, my friends also. So only not me, they are also going something in their life. Through that letter, we are expressing our thoughts, our feelings. Then they also understand us better way, and that way we build a relationship. So thank you so much. I learned a lot, and thank you, Asha ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Jyoti. Thank you for that, inspiring words. And it's really great to see you grow over these years. Thank you, Jyoti. Next, we have a student from Mauritius who has been part of our academy and recently graduated. So I request Chantal to speak. Hi,
hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Asha.
Good morning, Chantal.
Yes.
Hi, Chantal.
Good, thank you. I'm so sorry I'm late. I got a little bit confused with the time difference. And I think Bharat told me 11:10 Indian time, and I just came back from my gym session. So please excuse me, my head is all sweaty. And so, but I'm just going to share a little bit my experience. I think that's more important. Don't focus on my sweat and my dirt. So what I can share with the newcomers to the holistic life skills is that personally, it has transformed my life. Really, it has transformed my life because while I was doing the course, we had to reflect a lot about ourselves, our behavior, what we wanted to change, how we wanted to have a happier life, a better life. And also it made me think of what I wanted to create in this life going forward. And I realized that I had this dream, but I didn't know how to put it all together. And it became a reality, and that was to create my own NGO for the empowerment of women. So for years, I wasn't working at home and I wasn't really satisfied because I was just like roaming around, just looking after the kids. There was nothing really fulfilling in my life. And this course has really given me a direction and made me realize what I wanted to manifest. And so I managed to set up my own NGO for the empowerment of women. And now I'm using like maybe twice or 3 times a week, I give courses about life skills. So I use what I've learned in Asha's course to be able to teach these ladies where I operate in the village. So, and they love it. They really love it. They are gaining a lot of information and I'm also enjoying it. I've realized that I actually like to give courses and to talk, and I was afraid to talk in public, and it has broken all that. The course has given me that self-confidence. Yeah. So I hope it helps. And also maybe something else that I can add that I really enjoyed about this life skill, which I think is a bit different, because if we look at the basic life skill course that WHO teaches, the World Health Organization, there's only maybe about 10 life skills. Whereas in this course, the holistic side of it, make it more complete. It is larger, so they'll teach you about nutrition, about different things, about sexuality, about meditation. There's a whole holistic approach, which I don't think we can find in other courses. It's more complete. It's definitely more complete, I feel. That was my experience.
Thank you, Chantal. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. And we can see like how this journey has, given that confidence to touch other lives. Thank you, Chantal, for sharing that.
Pleasure. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, Asha. Thank you. And all the best for the new students. All the best.
Thank you, Chantal. Thank you for the wishes.
And I will definitely pop back. Maybe, there are some topics where I was absent. Once I was traveling, I missed maybe five lectures altogether, I think, over the whole year. So I might come and join to catch up on those lectures. So I will definitely come back and see you again.
And even attend once that you've attended again. Want a refresher? Anytime.
Super. Thank you. Are you better, Asha? Is your health better?
Getting better.
Getting better. It's slow. You got it quite badly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, take care of yourself. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Chantal.
Thank you. Bye.
Now I request Rohit Bhatt to speak about his experience.
Okay. Am I the only one from my batch except Chantal?
No,
Yeah,
I'm lined up.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Happy Republic Day and big namaste to all of you. So I hope I'm audible, unlike classes where I have to, shuffle between headphones and again going back to laptop. Okay, where do I start with? Still lot of things I'm, at least our batch, we are still learning. So there are a few notes we are jotting down so that we make a kind of journal so that it will be easier for us. So it's not a single day where we don't think about these classes because the day when it got over. And exactly a year ago, we come from, let me just generalize it. We come from a very different background and we have seen and we have experienced a lot of things in our life, personally, professionally, and our own goals and aspirations towards this industry. But at the same time, the skills building, I think we all have that skills and somewhere most of the time we don't know how to use it in our own life. So, and there were a lot of instances on every weekend classes where I used to realize, okay, so I have seen this situation, so but I never managed it properly. It's more of your situation handling so that the other human beings are not impacted and neither you are impacted. So it is something like you know you do your school and you do your high school. Uh, we talk about value education, so we had this one subject during the school, and I don't know if anyone is there from Bombay, and we have been taught a lot on how to behave, on how what to do, but then you upgrade yourself by meeting people, and this would I would be calling it as a master's degree sort of thing where you really understand on how to portray and utilize the skills, how to literally maintain, where to utilize it, how you behave, and there would be, I mean, we have been taught a lot on different topics, and and while on your journey you'll find a lot of things where you would relate to yourself, and you'd really like to work upon. So for me it was a lot on communication, it was a lot of interpersonal skills where I would just let it go. But if I compare myself from 2021 and now, so there has been a lot of change. Even my family and even at my close loved ones, even they keep on telling me that these things you have worked on, so they don't know, most of the time they don't know what I've done. So of course the credit goes to Asha ma'am and all. You'll be coming, meeting a lot of different faculties from different aspects. So those, I mean, and ensure that you're not missing those classes. From a personal point of view, yes, I just said a lot of difference in how to see myself, that personal growth. So what we call it as, till now you'd be knowing it as personality development, but this wouldn't be limited to that personality development, but this is more of, just be with yourself and ensure that none of the other human beings whom you manage are impacted negatively. So, and every day ensure that what you have learned, you just write it down. I think ma'am was very lenient with us. so so there were a lot of things we didn't do, and of course we faced the second wave. During that time we gone through a lot, and we were given that break to the process, and there were a lot of you know uh, lot of things happening during the first two quarters. Yeah, but yes, if you are looking forward this course, ensure that you're giving 100%, and this will definitely help. I come from a hospitality background, and I deal with manpower, and I was going through a lot of things in my own personal life, and my counselor asked me to just do this course for yourself. So yes, I'm a life skills coach, but I don't know whether I'll be using it professionally. But yes, but definitely in my own professional life, where I know how to handle manpower. So it will help me for sure, because you need to understand the psyche of your people, because you're not just managing the sub managers or your peers, you're managing your boss as well. So this will, I think, at least for people who don't come from this background, I think this will definitely help them from a long-term perspective. Yeah, that's it from me, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you so much, and thank you for sharing your experiences. I think that's the crux of this program, which will improve the quality of your life. So the next people whom I'll be calling, please keep it short and crisp, because we are running out of time. So now I request Rohit C to talk. Rohit,
Hello, I'm also Rohit.
Yeah.
Hi, and I'm very happy to talk about Asha. She has been, as all of us said, an amazing teacher who's transformed each and every one of us. And apart from that, she's also my therapist. So I have grown a lot over the past 1 to 2 years under her care. And we have an inside joke where I call all of us a cult, because all of us are like fanboys. All of us are just fans where we just sit and talk. They're like, Asha's amazing, this is that. And most of us, the way we tell our stories is similar, that we used to be हम पहले ऐसे थे and then बाद में देखो ऐसे we transformed into this. All our like, it all sounds almost the same if you haven't gone through that. So, and okay, so I'll give you a very short insight on how that happens, and I'll leave it at that. So initially, shall I go on for like 30 more seconds? It's fine.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So initially, when we started, like when I knew I had a lot of issues, I just didn't know where they were coming from, how it was, why my life wasn't going the way I wanted it to, even though I was trying. So the way a therapist or a counselor does is especially all of these the things we learn in the course, they shine a light onto things that were there inside you that you just never saw. So you are more aware of yourself, so you can see those things, but seeing the thing doesn't mean you can change it. So sometimes, so you have to be able to go and change it and mold yourself to the way you want to be. And it's like a kid, like someone in LKG playing with sand, trying to make a castle. You need a gentle teacher to guide you through through how because you will make mistakes the way all of us did, and the key is to be just real and true to yourself. And that is something I can proudly say I'm becoming who I am, and that is all thanks to this course and Asha. So I think that's what I would like to end with. So thanks to the entire cult of Asha, and I hope I get to see all of you, because I will be popping in and out for all of these classes, because this is not a one-time thing. You're in it for life. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you. Next, I would like to call out Vasudha.
Can you hear me, all of you?
Yes, Vasudha.
I actually requested Bharat to call my name out next, because I have some guests waiting, and I'm getting pinged on my phone saying, when are you going to finish your talk and come and see us and meet us and things like that. So you heard from my batchmates who all spoke earlier. I will simply echo their thoughts on the various ways in which this course empowers you, basically. If you ask me on an individual basis how this course helped me, I would say the first thing that it did to me as an individual was to make me aware of who I was, accept that awareness of who I was, and then be proud of myself once that acceptance came in, with all the weaknesses, strengths, and everything. And then gave a fantastic direction as to what I could do with this. It's not enough if you recognize who you are with all your strengths and weaknesses, and then feel proud. Yes, I was like this yesterday, I became this today. I'm more empowered as compared to what I was 3 years ago or 5 years ago. But what are you going to do about it? This is where this course gives you direction. It gives you that, it makes you aware of your core, and then it builds these layers which you peel along with the others. And hence the exploration and the journey becomes so fantastic that, you're more alive as a person on a day-to-day basis. You're more alive to the surroundings around you. You're more alive and you listen when others are talking more carefully. You process it better. You respond better. There are umpteen number of topics this course touches on. Some of them were evolving actually, and some of the topics you just don't want them to end because they're so much in tune with what is happening around you today, and you want to make a difference in the lives of the people, which this course talks about, like talks about sexual harassment and exploring sexuality and certain things which are not talked about loudly in a public forum. It makes you aware that, yes, I have heard these words and I do want to do something about it, but what do I do about it? It removes a shame attached to certain topics. It makes you aware that you are being given one human life and you have to make the maximum of it. That is what this course does to you. And guys, I'm not talking because I'm genuinely experiencing it on a day-to-day basis. And one thing I want to tell all of you, whoever has done this course or who have enrolled and who are thinking of enrolling is, it's not just enough to attend this 38 sessions over the period of 10 months or 1 year. You have to reflect. Every time some sentence is spoken or a thought comes to your mind, you have to process it and say, somebody talked about this in some session, and this is how the whole thing cascaded. And you have to relive this course every minute of your life. Only then you can say that you're truly empowered with all the holistic skills. It's not just saying, okay, I've done this 38 sessions, I've given my 3 presentations, I'm waiting for my feedback, and then I'm waiting for the beautiful certificate, e-certificate, or the hard copy certificate that Asha is going to give us. No, that is the last. That is the last. If this course can be put into an acronym, I wish I had the time to do that. Every topic, the starting letter of every topic becomes the entire acronym. That should speak about what it is. That's how deep this course is, if one takes time to realize it. So I hope people who are having second thoughts about it do contemplate, because you will not find this eclectic base under one umbrella. Take it from me, I have my, I come from a very diverse background, what I did, what I used to do, what I'm doing now and all that jazz. This is just like, it's like, oh, I wanted to do this, but I had to go there. This is like, oh my God, everything is here. It's like that. Provided you open your eyes, mind, ears, and your heart, your soul, and really dive into this course. So I'll be another pop-up also, because a lot of things that I'm a little old school. I like to take down notes and put a star and a hash on the important points and things like that. So there are certain things which maybe it will give a different dimension in the next batch. So those topics I am going to pop up because I need more insight into certain topics, and it's a new group, so you guys will be given your input towards that topic, is it not? So I'm waiting for that actually. So I hope you guys enjoy yourself. I had fun. I'm having fun. That's what this course tells you. Just have fun with whatever learning you have to do and whatever contribution you have to do. Just enjoy every minute of your life of being a good human being. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasudha. Thank you so much.
Bharat, if you don't mind, I would like to say something.
Yeah, Kausal, go ahead.
Yeah, just now, Jyoti, it was Jyoti who spoke.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
She said we had a lot of fun, and that's the speciality of Asha.
Mm-hmm.
Her teachings are a combination of fun and knowledge. And we would never want to miss any of her lecture. In fact, we would like to repeatedly go and listen to them. Asha ma'am, and she always told us, don't call me ma'am, just call me Asha. So Asha, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kausal. Yeah, you really, you summed it. That's what is our situation always. We used to literally, say go. when we used to go to her place in person and attend the class, towards the end, we will stay back over there for like half an hour, 45 minutes. Then she'll say, it's time for my next session. I'll have to go. And we'll go. That's how it is. Our journey has been that way. And I'm sure you'll all enjoy the same way like how we enjoyed. Though it
But
is
I don't know
online.
how I missed it. I don't know how I missed this course, Asha. I have a complaint against you. A complaint that you didn't inform me about this course. In
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I take responsibility, but now that you're here, please come.
Yes.
Thank you, Asha. Lovely seeing you today.
Yeah, Shirley, we have two more people. Shirley, Sonali. Okay, please be very crisp and keep it very short. Okay, we are running out of time. Okay, please. Please don't mind. Okay. Hi, Shirley. Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah.
Hello, Asha. Nice to see you vibrant again. And hello, everyone. As you know, many of my friends and my seniors have been telling you all about the course. What I would request all of you who will be joining this course is to come with an open mind and be ready to discuss whatever you have, because as Asha also said, the course is not about giving a definition. It is about your experiences, how you have felt, and how she will take out that as an example and guide you. So unless until you are ready to open up, there will be not much learning. But this course is about you opening up and you trying to gain as much as knowledge and information from your friends. It is not just what Asha will be lecturing or Asha will be giving. It is also learning from your group of friends. So be like a parachute and be open. And I think that's what I would like to say to all of you. Thank you, Bharat, for giving me the opportunity. Hi, Asha.
Shirley, thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you so much. Sonali, over to Sonali.
Hi, everyone. Happy Republic Day. And I don't have much time. So I would say if you want to come for this course, please, it is going to be a personal growth. So just go for it, because you will see before and after. When we go for losing weight, you will see before and after pictures, right? You'll definitely see in your emotionally, you will definitely see a difference in you. And Asha is a great person. She's very kind and generous, and definitely she'll help you out, and she's definitely helping us all out. She knows that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonali. Thank you, Shirley and Sonali, for keeping it really crisp and sharing your thoughts. I know there are a few more people who wanted to speak, but since we are running really short of time, so we'll keep it. You can put it on your chat. Whoever rest of them who wants to share your experiences, please put it on in the chat. So I will read it out after the Q&A. Okay, if there is time. Okay. Sure. Now we are open to Q&A. I think now everyone has spoken and given all the insights about this course. Now it's open to the audience. Like if you have any questions, any thoughts, anything that you want to share, it's open now for you all.
Wow, Asha, you did a real good job of giving all the information. We see no questions.
Who's going to be the first one?
Okay, let me ask you a question. How many of you, after listening to us for past 2 hours, are willing to take a shot at it? Yeah, Neeta. High five.
Sonal.
Sonal. Yeah, another high five.
Sonal has the credit of being the first student of the batch of 22.
Wow.
Oh.
The first student. She's already enrolled.
Wonderful.
Anjali is also enrolled.
Wonderful.
Emma is also enrolled.
Yeah. Asha ji, I have a small question.
Yes.
So the thing is now, 1 minute. I'm working with the 2 mobiles.
Yeah.
So now class is starting online, right?
Yes.
So when are you planning for a half-line?
I'll answer your question. You're online. You enrolled for the online course. Your question of when is it going to be online, offline? I have no answer. I have no clear answer because I really don't know. There are so many things that I have put off in the last 2 years from doing because hoping that COVID would not be there, hoping that we will all meet in person, but it never happened. And I thought I was invincible and that I don't step out of the house, I won't get COVID, but I don't know how I got it and I have got it. Sitting at home, I've gotten COVID. So in that scenario, I don't know. Let's wait and watch. It's a very carefully guarded approach. Let's wait and watch. This will be an online course because a lot of people are also from outside Bangalore. People are enrolling. So it will be online. If at all COVID gives us a respite and we are safe to meet in person, and we can really meet in person on an online platform, then maybe I will, because this is again, I'm not making any commitments at the moment. We have started off as an online. If everything settles down, maybe we will have an hybrid approach where people outside Bangalore will be online and people in Bangalore will be in person. Maybe we will do that, or maybe next year there will be an offline course. There are too many maybes for me to answer. I don't know when I'll have the offline course. At the moment, it is online. And in case you complete the course online, next year, if everything settles down and there is an offline program, you're all welcome. Such of you who can come and attend the course again. I mean, can attend a few classes again next year in the offline mode. Does that answer your question, Hema?
I think Hema's audio has got some problem.
One of us can get back to her on the phone.
Yeah, I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her on the
yes.
Yeah. See, even you can post the questions on the chat. In case if you're not willing to speak, it's okay. You can put it on the chat window. So we'll read it out here.
And also after the orientation, if anybody has any doubt, you can always reach out to us and speak to us. Any clarification you need, any other information you need, will be available.
Thank you, Ro. Yes. Well, I presume there are no questions. You're always welcome to call the numbers on the flyers. That is Sahana, Bharat, and my number. Anybody who's come through Pooja or Pooja has referred you, you can always reach out to her. Pooja, if you don't mind, you can put your number in the chat.
I'll put my number on.
Put your number in the chat box. So you can always reach out to us. We will answer your questions. We will be starting the classes, the formal classes, in probably the second or the third week. 17th and 19th is what I have scheduled. February 17th and February 19th. You can enroll for one of the batches and change between either of the batches depending on convenience. If you go enroll for a Thursday, you can't attend on a Thursday, you can attend the Saturday class. Most topics will be covered twice. I underline the operative word being most classes, because there will be a few classes which will be standalone because of the faculty conveniences. Such things will not be repeated. So you will have to attend this. All of this you will get to know once you enroll into the course. You will get to know, because otherwise this is information which is not necessary for everybody. So once you enroll, then we will get it. Please avail of the opportunity and enroll before the 31st. You will get the early bird discount. Even after the orientation, I still kept the early bird discount open. So up to 31st January, please pay in your registration fees and make the best use of the opportunity and get yourself the discount of 2,500 rupees. Don't let it go. Don't let it go and don't pay me extra 2,500 rupees. Please pay it before 31st January and avail the benefit. Parijata has said it is a fruitful session. Thank you, Parijata. Yeah. Hoping to see many of you in the program, and we'll have fun. I promise you that. If nothing else, I'll promise you that we'll have loads of fun. Along with learning. You will learn a lot, and with that, you'll have fun.
And
Yes, over to you, Bharat.
yeah, and also I've just put the form here, the registration form. For those of you who have not, filled this form, please fill this form so that we can communicate easily with this information that you share with us. So it would be easy. I think many of them have already submitted this form, but for those of you who have not yet filled this form, please kindly fill that. So it would be helpful for us to track and, keep you all posted with everything, what's going on.
Yeah, no problem. No. And there are some of you who also enrolled 2-3 times. You used the registration form. I think Aruna also has done that 2 times she's done. So there are a few of you who've done it multiple times. It does not matter. We are tracking all of that. We're tracking all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Mukta shared a feedback. This is one of the best part in my life, which I've completed successfully. All the best to new family of holistic living. Thank you, Mukta.
Over to you, Bharat. There are no questions. You can wind up. 12 o'clock is what we said. We won't take too much of time. We'll wind up.
Sure. Okay. Thank you all. I hope you all enjoyed this enlightening session today, which I'm sure would have given you an opportunity to know more about the holistic program. I personally have gone through this journey with Asha, and it's made a lot of changes in my life, which has given me a different perspective as well. I know, like, once you join here, you will all be speaking what we are speaking right now. The same thing you will be speaking by the end of next year. So on behalf of Dr. Asha Sid Academy, along with Asha and my friends present here, I would like to extend a hearty thank you for taking your time out on your busy schedule and on a holiday and spending time with us. Before I end, I would like to quote from John F. Kennedy: as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Thank you once again. Hoping to many of you in the classroom in the coming days. Trust me, you'll enjoy this experience. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, see you in the course.
Yes, Asha, I would love to. I just need to consider a couple of aspects before I decide. So that's why I'm a little silent.
Get in touch with me. We'll work around.
Yeah, sure, Asha. Thank you so much. And it was lovely seeing you today and listening to you today. Thank you and bye-bye, everybody. It was lovely listening to all your other students, your previous students. And yeah, it's very inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you, Koza.
Take care, Asha. Bye.
Bye, Rohit.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Rohit. Thank you.
Yes. Shall I stop the live stream? I think I will stop the live stream.
Yes.